Welcome to
Stays Crunchy and Milk.
If you have questions or comments, we have multiple ways we can be reached. Twitter is, of course, the best way for those that need instant gratification, and the show's Twitter feed is at SKiMPod, SKIMPOD.
Stays Crunchy.
For the more patient amongst you, the email address for the show is podcast@stayscrunchyandmilk.com. Crunchy again being spelled with a K.
Crunchy.
Hey, feel free to give us a call at 216-264-6311. That's 216-264-6311.
Stays Crunchy and Milk.
We're available by Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher Radio, anywhere fine podcasts are available. And of course, it's the website, stayscrunchyandmilk.com. Please rate, review, subscribe, and share wherever possible, including on YouTube, where we can now be found at Stays Crunchy. And over on Twitch, we're still Stays Crunchy and Milk. Our personal Twitters are
Tatum216,
Lunchbox2099,
The Real ODP.
and I'm your host, the Internet's Tayrell713.
Stays Crunchy. Stays Crunchy. Stays Crunchy. Stays Crunchy. Stays Crunchy. Stays Crunchy.
you didn't stop. Okay, there we go.
Yeah, I just said the same thing to my phone. I was like, hey, man, I said stop.
in the name of love.
What did I just click? Oh, no.
Did you get any feedback from Carl about the episode or no?
Not a bit, but you remember he's in Vegas for Summer League. And
You followed me on Instagram like an hour and a half, 2 hours ago.
Excellent, excellent.
Yeah, I saw that and I was like, he likes me.
I posted on 3 places on Reddit, which was the Doughboys Reddit, the Earwolf Reddit, and the Flagrant Ones Reddit. No response at all from Flagrant Ones or Earwolf. Woo. But several likes, you know what I'm saying, a good number of likes from Doughboys, and a number of people responding saying, oh, hey, that's so cool. How did you get him on the show? And blah, blah, blah.
I ain't telling
So-
you, bitch.
What'd you say?
I said, I ain't telling you, bitch.
No, I felt perfectly fine telling them people what was up. I didn't give a shit. And so that was pretty cool. And then one person, in fact, was like, "Here, I'll actually go dig that up for you, so you can I can give you the dough, the caked debater." Cool. I have to check it out to support a podcast coming out of Cleveland. I live in Cleveland too. And I was like,
Dope.
That's pretty fucking sweet.
Debate them cakes, baby. I like round ones, plump ones, flat ones, juicy ones.
So, did you guys buy anything from Prime Day?
Nah, I try not to support them because they be doing their employees so dirty.
That is true. They had a shutdown in Atlanta, but I bought something because I've been wanting it for a real long time. Oh shit, this motherfucker heavy too.
Yeah, we've been talking about that for like, I feel like
The
a
jacket.
very long time.
Yeah. So I been wanting one of those for a long time, and I followed this group called Mama Deals on Telegram. Telegram, man, only for porn people. And one of the groups said today, and it was like a very small window because they took it down pretty soon. If you apply for an Amazon credit card, you got $200 free. And I was just like, a $200 credit. I was like, that's a damn good deal. I'll take you up on that, you son of a bitch. So,
You son of a bitch. I'm in.
so that paid for that thing. So there we go. I've been wanting that for a real long time. I looked up, the different good ones on Wirecutter, and shit, I can go camping now. I can go glamping now.
Man.
Ready to go glamping.
So T sent us in the group chat the ad for this Mean Girls Steelbook that's getting released.
Mm-hmm.
And it's on pre-order. So I clicked on it to see like all the details. This title will be released on September 27th.
Somebody's birthday.
It's your birthday.
But no, I didn't buy anything from Prime Day because, like, when you find out that your job may be like shaky, you don't start making glamour purchases.
Yeah, and I totally agree with that. Like, I didn't buy none of the, man, they have some good ass TV deals. Like, it was a 50-inch on the second day for $99. But like I said, that one was pretty much free and clear since, I only used the credit they gave me. So
Yeah. No, trust me. Like, if it was a different scenario, I may have gone on there and like poked around to see what kind of stuff was popping, like what I maybe could use around here or something. But no, I stayed away because I know how I am. Self-control lacks sometimes. So I was like, I better not.
yeah, especially in times like this, is like I'm sad as fuck. I like them shoes.
Oh shit!
It's a lot of sad as fuck purchases I don't had over the years that, like, I just wish I wasn't sad as fuck that day. But I'm going to a process where I know I probably talked about this before, but I want to get down to 40 pairs of shoes.
Yeah, you were saying that last week.
I want to get down to that. I want to get down. I want to get rid of
Where
some
you
stuff.
starting at?
What do you mean? Where am I starting at? Like
How many you got right now?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. I got more than some, less than others.
I'm about to hit you with that traditional style of cold rocking. Give an option for head knocking, non-stopping. Tip-topping lyrics be dropping, but styles be forgotten. So we bring back the raw hip-hopping. Just like the records and tapes you be copping. Cop some breakdancing, boogie popping and locking. Tick-tocking, guaranteed to have you clocking. We only got better and only better we have gotten. This type of flow don't even think about stopping. Beware the length of the rhyme flow can be shocking. All music lovers in the place right now, they never understood the way KRS got down. Yo, I'm strictly about skills and dope lyrical coasting. Relying on talent, not marketing and promotion. If a dope lyrical flow is a must, you got to go with a name you can quickly trust. I'm not saying I'm number one. I'm sorry I lied. I'm number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Stop wasting your money on marketing schemes. And pretty packaging, pushing dreams to the fiends. A dope MC is a dope MC. With or without a record deal, all can see. And that's who KRS be, son. I'm not the run of the mill. Because for the mill, I don't run. Hello. Welcome to it. It's Stays Crunchy Milk. It's episode 454. And yes, we do it for my block. I'm your host, Internet Taylor 713. I'm joined as always by my best friends. It's Tatum 216.
Hola.
It's Lunchbox 2099.
In the recording link.
Correct.
In the link.
And you know what it is? It's a remote show. Remote show means you get the little. I know it's like hard to come back to normal after we had with no bullshit to it, a celebrity on the show last week.
Well, trust me, I'm not wearing pants this week. Last week, Carl, I wore my pants for you. This week, back to normal.
But standard shit. I got a couple of stories. We're gonna do some Mammoth the Assholes. I'm saying the fellas are gonna share some tales, and then we'll pass up. We'll talk entertainment news. You know how we do, and we'll settle up and get on out of Dodge, man. But that's how we gets down. My two stories are about the same comment, and they are real sad shit. So, absorb, prepare, and let's go. Both of these stories are from Scene. One is from Madeline Feinig, and the other one is from Vince. Won't tell me how to spell his last name. Third, as in one was already in place, but for some reason they think they need to write more. Total abortion ban bill proposed in Ohio. This is by State Representative Gary Click's vague new bill raises a lot of questions. A third bill that aims to ban abortion care almost entirely has been proposed at the Ohio State House. On July 12th, State Representative Gary Glick, a Republican from Vickery, introduced House Bill 704, which packs a lot of questions into 3 sentences, the length of the entire bill. The bill reads, to enact Section 9.99 of Revised Code to enact the Personhood Act to recognize the personhood of an unborn individual from conception. The state of Ohio shall recognize the personhood and protect the constitutional rights of all unborn human individuals from the moment of conception, not in the section shall be interpreted in any manner that would endanger the life of a mother. That's the bill. That's what this man wrote. And he said, I have written it short and sweet and to the point. I think that's the beauty. The beauty of it is its brevity. By contrast, Ohio's two other bills, House Bill 598, Senate Bill 123, each contain about 8 pages of stipulations for care providers. These bills create a hazy future for abortion care, but House Bill 704 leaves even more questions unanswered. I have written it short and sweet and to the point, Glick said. I think, wait, why did they write that twice? Anyway, the bill does not clearly define moment of conception that it mentions. According to a statement published on Click's House member webpage, the representative focus is not on the scientific stages of development. From the moment of fertilization, the zygote, embryo, or whatever depersonalizing term you choose to use is not merely a potential human, but rather human with potential, Click said in his web statement. Then, of course, they go on with the Mayo Clinic's description of the various cells and how they work and so forth and so on. Click's bill appears to provide an exception to a ban, in this case, for protecting the life of the pregnant person. Nothing in this section shall be interpreted in any manner that would endanger the life of a mother, the bill reads. The vague single sentence does not provide any parameters for doctors to follow, whereas House Bill 598 and Senate Bill 123 outline vague and rare stipulations for emergency care. The Biden administration announced on July 11 that hospitals are obligated to provide abortion care if the life of the pregnant patient is at risk. Vice Director of Health and Human Services Xavier Becerra cites the Emergency Medical Treatment and Labor Act, EMTALA, in a letter to hospitals. If a physician believes that a pregnant patient presenting at an emergency department, including certain labor and delivery departments, is experiencing an emergency medical condition as defined by the EMTALA, and the abortion is a stabilizing procedure necessary to resolve the condition, the physician must provide the treatment, Becerra says. Goes on from there. They don't have anything in line for in vitro fertilization. They don't know if they're going to call that a baby or not. Texas seems to think they're going to start calling fertilized eggs people as well, even though they are not implanted. And also, next up, they seem to think they're going to start getting rid of birth control. That's what's going on in the great state of Ohio right now. So let's continue down this path. Man charged with rape of 10-year-old Ohio girl whose abortion story David Yost, that's the AG of the great state of Ohio, and other Republicans called a fabrication. They said this story was fake, that none of this had ever happened. Then this person got arrested and charged, and they shut the fuck up. He claims we have regular contact with prosecutors and local police and sheriffs, and not a whisper is anywhere, Yost said this week. A Columbia's area man has been arrested and charged with the rape of a 10-year-old girl who had traveled to Indiana for an abortion due to Ohio's strict heartbeat bill, which bans abortion after 6 weeks, according to the Columbus Dispatch. The girl's story, first relayed to the Indianapolis Star reporter by an Indiana abortion provider, became a national headline in the wake of the Supreme Court's reversal of Roe and Ohio's stringent abortion ban taking effect. President Biden mentioned the tragic tale in a national address, and Ohio Governor Mike DeWine faced questions from reporters who wondered how the state's top leader felt about his new law impacting the decisions of a family faced with a child who was now pregnant after being sexually assaulted. Republican leaders and outlets this week sought to cast doubt on the story since no one contacted after the initial article was public wanted to talk more about the case. It bears mentioning that the story began as one reported anecdotal data point about the pains inflicted by the Supreme Court in Ohio's abortion ban. And those involved in a position to talk about the girl's rape, pregnancy, and abortion likely didn't expect to become international news and might understandably not wish to be further involved or identified amid frothing cultural tensions, not to mention during the time of trauma for the victim and her family. But in the vacuum, the Daily Caller and others characterized the Indiana abortion provider as a crusader with an axe to grind and indirectly accused her of concocting the story to further an agenda. In a front page editorial today, the Wall Street Journal wrote, all kinds of fanciful tales travel far on social media these days, but you don't expect them to get a hearing at the White House under the headline, an abortion story too good to confirm. In Ohio AG David Yost, in an appearance on Fox News, said he didn't buy it, noting we have regular contact with prosecutors and local police and sheriffs, not a whisper anywhere. Something maybe even more telling, in my office runs the state crime lab. any case like this, you're going to have a rape kit. You're going to have biological evidence, and you'd be looking for DNA analysis. There is no case request for analysis that looks anything like this. I know our prosecutors and cops in this state. And there's not one of them that wouldn't be turning over every rock in their jurisdiction if they had the slightest hint that it occurred there. He went further in an interview with USA Today, saying, as days went by without further corroboration, this is more than likely a fabrication. I'm not saying it could not have happened, he said. What I'm saying is there's not a damn scintilla of evidence. And shame on the Indianapolis paper that ran this thing on a single source who has an obvious axe to grind. Yost, before appearing on the national cable news, said should have listened more attentively for whispers because they weren't that hard to find, especially in the city where Yost works. The Ohio Capitol Journal, for example, today noted it called a single department, the Columbus Police, and found there were 59 reports of sexual assaults against girls 15 and younger since March 15th, and that one of them involved a 10-year-old girl. Yost could have done the same thing and stopped himself before going on Fox News to decry the tale as false, because if he did, he would have found out the Columbus Police were directly made aware of the rape and pregnancy by Franklin County Children's Services on June 22nd, and that everything the Indiana abortion provider said and the reporter wrote were true. In a statement today following the news of the suspect's confession and arrest, Yost simply said, "We rejoice anytime a child rapist is taken off the streets." Representative Jeff Crossman, the Democrat running this November against Yost in the Ohio AG race, told Scene the story is horrifying, and it highlights the political realities that are confronting parents and minors in the state. We knew this was not a hypothetical situation, and shame on David Yost for suggesting that it didn't happen without even fact-checking. This demonstrates how incompetent his office is. He's willing to make political points instead of doing the actual work. And as for Yost's claim that the week that the 10-year-old would have been legally able to get an abortion in Ohio, despite the heartbeat bill ban, she was slightly more than 6 weeks pregnant. Due to an exception, Crossman said he's either lying or he doesn't understand the law his own party has written, which he filed a court brief to impose on Ohio. He didn't take the time to take in the implication of what he was imposing on Ohio. It's patently false that the minor victim of rape can get an abortion in Ohio after 6 weeks.
I mean, I don't know. I think the silence speaks volumes of like where we are in life right now. But
that's why I left it right there. Anthony, what's been going on in your world this week?
It's been an interesting week.
I'm gonna reach in this drawer. You keep telling your story. I want you to know that I'm reaching this drawer for you.
All right. Well, hold on. Let me go over here and get something in. So I had a pretty interesting week. So no more baseball.
No more. How did that work out? How did the season end?
It ended with Anthony just dancing on the field during and getting benched. He's like, "Yeah, all right, Anthony, come on out."
I listened to, let's say, about the first 20, 30 minutes of Ultimate Cleveland Sports Show that went up today. And one of the guys on there was saying how his son's Little League team is in the playoffs, I guess. And then the other dude, Adam the Bull, was like, "We ain't even going to talk about my son's Little League team because I guess, or the Little League team he has something to do with because I guess it had done so poorly."
Yeah,
so
he's their coach.
Okay. So it was funny that these things are that everybody's Little League season is coming to a close, and I see a bunch of grown men playing in the softball field near my house lately. So it must be their turn.
Yeah, it's crazy. I think they'll like have a party or something because I guess they made it to the playoffs. They had one playoff game. They lost, and I shit you not. This kid, number 13, was throwing better than both coaches on both teams because in this particular league, I don't know what the fuck level it is. Like they let the kids throw 4 pitches, and if they're not good pitches, then the coach steps in, or It's something like that. Don't get me the line about the ins and outs of this shit, But this kid on the other team was throwing fucking heat. Like throwing fucking heat straight across the base. So my partner just sent me a message. Obviously, she can hear me. Players and coach pitch. I know. I said that.
Literally just said that.
So, but number 13 was like throwing fucking heat, and one of the coach parents was throwing bullshit. And I was just like, at one point I yelled, "Put number 13 back in." But this kid was throwing heat. It was a couple. Like I said, my son got benched like during one of the last innings, and I was like, no, I understood it. This is like their last game. He was out there dancing on the field, dropping his glove, letting his hat fall on the ground, and he he can definitely hear me. I keep on getting text about updates of what I'm saying. So I was like, come here. I was like, you got. I think he went in for like the last, and I'm like, you got 20 minutes of your baseball career for the rest of your life. Just play right for these last 20 minutes, and you'll be good. So he played. I took the chairs to the car because like all season, like we have had like consistent games, like almost twice a week. We've had practices like twice a week. And like I just kept like these fold up chairs in my car. I was like, I'm taking these chairs to the last time to my car, and took them to the car. They also had their last day of summer school, aka summer camp.
Yeah.
That was the last day. They were glad to be done with that. So this last week, it's just been like divide and conquer at home, which was the last week, not this week. Last week, my youngest son, will mostly be downstairs with me, asking me to put different PlayStation 4 games into the PlayStation. But they've been playing like Streets of Rage 4, and they've been playing Nickelodeon Battle Game, which is Nickelodeon characters just fighting each other. Watching different random stuff on TV. But on Tuesday of this week, my mother said, bring them over. And I did. And I was like, when I got to pick them up? She said Sunday. I was like, woo, man. I haven't been like, kid free like this in quite a while. But unfortunately, so today is Thursday, of course. We record on Thursdays. You hear shows on Thursdays. And my mother was like, they had cut the cord over at their casa. And I'm like, my mother, not my, yeah, that is my mother. What am I talking about? I know they got like different, seasons of DVDs and stuff like that. And it's like, well, it's upstairs, and I go through it. I was like, okay. So today, I was just like, you know what? I'll bring a couple things by, and the one thing I know my oldest son would enjoy is Transformers the movie. Okay. All the other Transformers movie, Transformer the movie, the original animated movie, with You Got the Touch and all that good shit in there. So I brought the DVD over. I brought the DVD over because yes, we got like the Blu-ray that came out a few months back, but I'm not sure if the upstairs player was a Blu-ray player or DVD player. But all I know is DVD player on everything, so I brought that. So I'm like, okay, now what can I bring for my youngest son? What can I bring Emery? So I'm like, I'll go to the record exchange or the exchange, and I'll see if they got episodes of Bluey on Blu-ray.
Okay.
Have you got? I know you guys don't have anybody in Bluey's age range, but it's a show, a magical, wonderful show that I would say, if you have a chance to check out Like, look up one on YouTube. I think they're like only 15 minutes. It's a show out of Australia, but it's a little blue dog, and her sister Bingo, which is like a beige dog, and
Is
there's
that
a
a
dad.
Netflix, John?
It's a Disney Channel show, but I'm telling you, it is so well written. Like, it's if you if even if you don't look it up on YouTube or something, look up like some of the TikToks about Bluey. Like, it was some I realized that well, I didn't realize this person who has a whole TikTok about it was saying like um I'm not sure about the term, and I shouldn't say it to sound I shouldn't say it right now to sound ignorant, but I think it's called like a rainbow baby.
Yeah.
Oh, so you know the term.
Yeah, Lee is technically a rainbow baby.
Well, is when somebody had the baby after a miscarriage.
Yes.
And they had an episode about that, and it was like, I was like, shit. I didn't know. Like, it was just like they gave a little nod to it without it being obvious for kids. Of course, kids aren't. I mean, I'm not gonna put anything past kids. Kids are smart as fuck. But
Yeah.
shit, I'm an adult, and it went over my head. And so I was like, I'll get Emery that. So I go to the record exchange. Of course, I look at the albums. You got to look at the albums. I buy Bluey, and the lady was who checked me out was like, "Oh yeah, Bluey rocks." I was like, "All right," because it is a good ass show. So I'm getting
Bluey rocks. Bluey.
I get to the register. I'm checking out, and I see they had not even got a chance to put it out yet. Still in the box. A second generation Nintendo Genesis. And I'm like,
I'm sorry, who makes that?
Sega Genesis. Sega.
You said Nintendo.
I did?
You did.
Oh, fuck. Freudian slip. A second generation Sega Genesis. The guy was like, I didn't even get a chance to put that out yet. I didn't get to display it. And yeah. And I was just like, it doesn't matter because I'm gonna buy it. But what's also fun?
If we're pulling out bags, I want you to know I went to this store, ANC Games. As you can see, that is in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. When I went with my son, and I saw this on the shelf, and I was like, I'm buying that for Anthony for his birthday. Mind you, I've seen Anthony twice since then, and meaning I could have given him this birthday present.
Probably more than that, but maybe 2.
But I never remember. But when he said that, I was like, oh shit. So Anthony's gonna see his birthday present for the first time today. And that is complete in box The Incredible Hulk for the Sega Genesis. And when I say complete in box, I mean everything. All the booklets, cart, all that. And like I said, I saw that on the shelf at that game store up in Toronto, and I told Xander, I got to get that for my man. And so now he has the ability to play it because he has a complete in box Genesis. So that is the universe speaking directly to we, and I fucking love it.
Too is I thought about buying some of the old Sega games we talked about, like Vector Man and shit like that.
Yeah.
And when you know it, like inside the stuff that came out of the garage is like the first 3 Mortal Kombats on Sega, the Jurassic Park game, the box, the Vector Man, Power Rangers, like all the shit that I might have bought to have for Sega. Because that Sega box that Anthony just showed us, I have the same box with the Sega in the corner of my room over here from when I was a kid. It's literally my Sega that my grandmother had bought me.
That's
and
dope.
So I have that same thing over here. So I literally, at some point, if I found like a CRT TV, I could hook up the Sega and, get down with the get down.
Again, that is the universe speaking loud and clear to us. And I fuck with it so hard because it's such a rare happenstance. Also, they just announced yesterday that very unit, they're going to do a mini version of it that gets released in October that comes with, games like they did the mini one before. They look at the OG one. They're doing a mini one of that one. It will come with Sega CD games on it as well. And So it's just like
But what's also so crazy about that is, I was talking to my friend on the phone because him and another friend that kind of fell out because he came to visit Cleveland, and he said that so he was in Cleveland, I think, for like 3 days. Some people don't take him out like, okay, first of all, if he drove 14 hours to get here.
wow.
Cause I'm lying. It's not 14 hours. That's Arkansas. He drove 8 hours to get here.
Okay.
He drove with his family. Even when you go out, you come back in town, you still got to do shit with the family you came with when you come back. That's just how things go. Then you have to see the family and stuff that that live here. That like you have a lot of stuff to go through. And he was saying that him and one of our mutual friends had fell out, and I'm like, I seen what happened, and I just kind of feel like you guys will get back together eventually. If you do, that's fine. But what's crazy is I met that dude at the record exchange.
I remember that. I remember you saying that.
So it was kind of funny that like I'm talking to him on the phone, rehashing and getting some things straightened out, and he was saying like, man, you every time I talk to you, you always make me feel better because of course I miss you, and two, you always make me think of ways that I didn't think of things before. So
I have literally said that for years, bro. So many times when I'll be ready to, let me see how I can word this. So many times when someone is telling me about what they're going through with their partner, and I'll be ready to ride for them, like fuck that bitch, you know what I'm saying? And then I stop myself and say, but wait, there's definitely another side to this. What and so just things that you would put in my head and give me the wisdom to look at, man. If y'all need an Anthony in y'all life, let's be real with y'all about that shit. And if you don't have one, I feel bad for you because I got one. It's pretty fucking glorious. So I can definitely understand that brother's perspective of being like you bringing something to him that an angle that he had not looked at. It's why I don't say people are terrible. I try not to. It's literally why I try to be like, well, you know what? In this situation, they were terrible, and so forth and so on. I try to be better about my words about these things because of you, and so that's dope, man. That's dope to be appreciated on that level. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I appreciate you guys too. And like it was such a so I get the Genesis, like, and while I was there, and my youngest son is enamored and fascinated with two people, or two characters, Doc Ock and Venom. He loves Venom, and I was like, I got to get Maximum Carnage on Sega so we can play it together. So I got Maximum Carnage. I ordered it. I don't have it yet, and I was like, man, I got to get Tough Man Contest. Like, I think I found a $5 copy on eBay that I got to get. I think it was like $5 shipping, $5 for the game. And I know like for a little bit more money, I could get the case in the booklet and everything. I don't know. We'll see how tomorrow goes. Because for some strange reason, my check was $4 less than it usually is. So.
Same. So what is that about?
Yeah, I don't know what that was about. So we'll just go from there.
Very interesting. I mean, not for nothing. And I can't even delve deep into it. But tomorrow, according to work, you will have been at this company for 20 years. Yes.
I will be at, and supposedly we're supposed to get like a catalog to look at some shit through, and because I remember, one of the OGs, I think he said he ordered a bike or something like that off there.
Jesus Christ! I cannot wait for you to get this catalog so you can tell me if they bullshitting or not.
Yeah, so I don't, like I said, I I was looking forward to my 20-year resin.
Yeah, the little, Santa put it next to the 15.
Yeah, I still got my 15. It's like right behind this computer monitor right here. I was looking
Yeah.
forward to that because, like, man, it's crazy. Like, I never thought I would be doing anything for 20 years. Like,
Yeah.
I have friends who didn't make it to 20 in life, so
Yeah.
It's great to know like I've had something that I've been doing for this long. I've done so many things through this job and through the years, and had so many different mindsets and states. Like right now, like I'm grateful to have a job. I'm grateful to have a job where I can sit in this very chair I'm sitting in right now and eat oatmeal in my underwear and knock out some work. So yeah, 20 years, and then like she's not far behind that.
Yeah.
So I mean, shit. If it wasn't for this place, I wouldn't know this man. So what more? Both these dudes, yeah, and the other dude too.
Yeah,
And
that
that other dude.
Indeed, that is the case. That other dude, the second other dude, unfortunately is sick right now. So send some love to my man's. Got caught out there in these COVID streets. Feel bad for that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm saying if you do speak to him, just send him some love, and if you don't, no worries. So, but
yeah, and to put a little bow on the story, so I got the Bluey DVD. I got the what other the Transformers DVD. And what I had to do was I had to sneak to my mother's house and put it all on her porch without the boys seeing me.
oh yeah, because they would have been like, "Hey man, you collecting me? You taking me home? What's up?"
Actually, it's funny. They have not asked to go home not once yet. So
Nice.
like we've talked to them a few times, but they seem to be having a good time. Like my youngest will go. We had just been going to my mother's house, not even to drop him off or nothing, and he'll just stay. He's like, "Nah, I'll stay with her. Y'all can go." And he's done that a couple times. Like I'll just go with her, and or I'm sorry, he'll go with my mother. But my younger son's like, "I got toys and shit this way, so I'm gonna go here." But my younger son, he loves going over there.
Yeah, that's dope.
He loved being in the rah streets.
Fuck with it. Well, that's like I said. I was when you told me that, I was like, "Did you cop that?" Because got something for it already, man. I truly figured you could just put that amongst your whole collectibles. It'd sit there amongst it. You'd be like, "That's dope. I got all the whatevers." But to now actually be able to use it. Oops.
I still got some of my Genesis games, which is pretty crazy. I kept it in this wine box over these years, and I still have Holyfield boxing. I mean, Evander Holyfield boxing.
Evander Holyfield boxing, nice.
Red Zone.
I don't know that one.
Me neither. Mortal Kombat 2. Shaq Fu. The Adventures of Batman and Robin. Arch Rivals.
Nice. They made a Genesis version of Arch Rivals.
Mm-hmm, the arcade game, yes. I got Streets of Rage 1. Oh man, I love this game. The X-Men.
Yeah, that's a good game. I didn't fuck with Genesis like that. With respect on it.
Not for sale. Sonic 1. Aztecs. I don't remember this game at all. And Sonic 2. So, yep. Yeah, these games have been in here for years. I don't know. I'm definitely ready to play some Shaq Fu.
All you need is some Q-tips and 90% isopropyl alcohol. Clean your connectors off.
I was already you know, already got the alcohol on deck.
Yeah, yeah. But what has been going on in the world of Daniel, in your house being coming along and so forth, and just life
That's
in
been
general?
the focus of the last couple of days. I mean, I'm working and doing that. Like, I don't know. My buddy cleaned out the garage. He fastened the electrical outlet in the wall in the bathroom yesterday, and he's been working on piecing the tile back in.
Okay.
Yeah, like, man, like clearing out some of this stuff, like it's a little bittersweet in some ways because like it's almost like you're selling memories, but like the memories will always be there, you know.
Yeah,
And the thing about it was like when I started selling this stuff the other day, I was talking to my buddy, like, so I'm talking to like my buddy about it all, and you know, some of the stuff was like my grandmother had bought it for me, and I remember it like I remember like it had the sticker on it from Mark's local store, $2.99. It was this Ninja Turtle figure, and I've been really getting into like the vintage stuff lately, and you know, remembering the childhood, and then like I just started buying all kinds of shit. I was like, oh man, I'm gonna put this in the cabinet. I gotta get this. Oh, I used to have this and this and this, and like there's value in all that, and like I still intend to do that, but I think I took it too far too fast, and maybe I needed to like focus more on like specific things rather than trying to get everything.
Yeah.
And so like my buddy recently moved back in here, and he's been like a tour de force, like cleaning up around here, organizing stuff, putting up shelves. Like he's transforming this place in ways that I never could. And I had stuff in the garage that like was originally in my mom's attic from my grandmother's house when my grandmother moved into my mom's place. And my mom had given it back to me, like when I lived in the apartment before I bought this house. So that was like 6 years ago. I had taken care of a lot of it when I lived in that apartment, like by selling stuff on eBay, but there was still stuff left that I never got through, either didn't sell or I never processed it. And then my buddy, in cleaning out the garage last weekend, brought it all in the house. Like he went through all the boxes, put it into tubs, we brought it in, and I started going through it all. And he found the 4 Ninja Turtle figures it was the 95 re-release of, so it was like there was a Krang figure, Android Krang figure, and a Mondo Gecko, and a Storage Shell Leonardo. And I had just bought a turtle action figure from the toy convention I went to last month before all the shit hit the fan at work. And I was like, man, can I sell these? Because I'm like, I just bought one last month. I know these aren't the originals, but they're still close, and like, you know, there's still value in them, and there's personal memories and shit. And then like I was like, I started selling some other stuff, and then it started becoming like addicting, and like I didn't regret it, you know, getting rid of the other stuff. So I was like, well, let me put up this other stuff, and then some of that sold. And I'm like, I had watched this video on YouTube the other day. There's like this retro channel I watch. Sometimes it's some guy over in Europe. I think it's called Ed's Retro Geek Out. And he's one of those collector dudes who goes around and like has all the video games and all the old toy lines. And he has like just a fucking like whole upstairs of his house just dedicated to stuff. And not to say, and for what I'm about to say, not to say that I pattern my life off of what other people do, but he was he had put up a video like 2 days ago where he decided to downsize the video game collection he has because he's like, I just don't play it. It just sits here. And he goes, I'd rather make room for other stuff that I'm either more into right now or that I actually do stuff with. And as I've been selling this stuff for the last couple of days, I came like upon those turtles again because they were like, there's a lot of stuff. Like I'm not even done. And I've been I did a little bit today, like a couple items. I did a bunch yesterday. I did a bunch the day before that. Like I have like 80 some things listed right now. And like it takes a little bit of time to do each one because I got to research it. I got to clean it up. I got to take pictures. I got to put all the info in. I got to post it. Like, and then I'm still, you know, doing other stuff on top of it. Like, so it takes a little bit, you know, like it's enjoyable, but it's a process. But anyway, so like I had found the turtles, and I was just like, if for what's going on in my life right now and everything, I'm like, it's best that I just like stop holding on to everything. Like, I got to be able to move forward too, and it doesn't mean that I'm throwing anything away, but like letting it go is okay too. And I know my grandmother would want me to, because when she was still alive, we had talked about this before. Like, when I originally got the stuff 6 years ago, her and I were talking about it. And I was telling her that I was selling some of it, and she was happy that I was selling it because she knew that the money was going to be helpful to me. Like, her giving me stuff was her way of showing me she loved me, but it wasn't that she wanted me to hold on to the stuff. She just wanted me to be well. And so I found, like, I was looking up the turtles, and that's the other thing about this too, is sometimes you got to like play the system a little bit, because like certain phrases you type in don't necessarily yield the results you're looking for. Like, you might type something wrong or whatever. So I typed it wrong at first on this particular turtle, and I was like, it was coming up in way like cheaper than I would have expected. And I was like, oh, that can't be right. So like I typed out something different, and I did a little research on what I was looking at, and I found out like I had typed it in wrong the first time, obviously, and I realized my mistake, so I typed it in correctly the second time, found what I was looking for, and turns out that $2.99 Leonardo storage shell turtle that my grandmother bought me from Mark's in 1996 is now worth almost $300. So I listed it for $299.99. Nice. And within 5 minutes of me posting it on eBay, a guy offered me $275, and I took it.
Yeah.
And there's a little part of me that's like kind of bittersweet about it, but then like I know that my grandmother would be happy about it, so like I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
And it's been kind of like that over the last couple days, like knowing that like this stuff is important to me, but it's like it's helping me get to the next stage of my life.
It's cathartic. It's catharsis. It's helping. Yeah. It's going through stuff, looking at it, having those memories, having great memories off of them, and then being able to say, all right, let's pass this to somebody else who can have better use of it. And knowing, you know what I'm saying, like what we talked about the other day, you know what I'm saying, that your grandma is wherever she is in this universe saying, maybe if you don't get that shit out this house.
The thing about it too is like she spoiled me, and I'm not naive to that fact, but she spoiled me in a way that where I still appreciated it.
For sure.
And like I didn't destroy my stuff.
Yeah.
Like all the 2 toy bins that my parents dropped off here like 6 months ago, we finally went through them last week, me and my buddy, and a lot of that stuff my other brothers had played with, because like I had lived with my grandmother, but then like I was forced to move in with my dad going into high school, my sophomore year of high school, as I've talked about on the show. And a lot of my stuff, like my toys and stuff, I left there because I would come back to visit on the weekends. And then like my brother was hanging out there a lot, so he started playing with it, and I was fine with that. Like I didn't think ahead of like, oh, don't damage my shit. It'll be worth something in 25 years.
Yeah.
But I didn't damage my stuff. So a lot of the stuff that I have is like unopened, because I was a collector back then. Like, I got into comic books to some degree. And so it was like, for me, it was like more important to like, back a comic book with a card and the protector sleeve, or, not open the toy, appreciate what it is. Like, or I'm a little mad at my grandma right now, though, because I remember when she made me throw out all my Nintendo 64 boxes, and I see how much them shits are worth now, and I'm like, if only you'd had the foresight to not yell at me about that one.
It was my first week back at work after vacation, which has been strange. Not to delve too deep into workplace stuff, but I'm probably switching teams here soon. I am none too plussed about that, but we'll see how that all plays itself out. Like I said, again, we don't delve too much into our work nonsensory here. It's just that was I don't know, that was a day. But then everything that's supposed to follow that up didn't happen, because I was like, it was like this, and I'm like, none of that has happened yet, and here we are pushing toward the end of the week. So
what am I to do?
Yeah, we'll see how that all plays itself out, man. But like I said, I don't need trip. I actually have worked in my office all week, with the exception of yesterday, because I combination of working and editing the show that went up. So, and actually, I think I did that. Was that yesterday? Yeah, I guess it was yesterday. I think because I edited on Wednesday. So, and if you ever want to know the secrets of this operation, we record on Thursdays. I usually get everything together, and then Wednesdays, just I wake up, I throw it in the editing program, and while I do my normal job, I listen to see what I need to remove and or put beeps over. It's a relatively breezy kind of situation. The edited version of the show, honestly, like I said, I did post the YouTube version this week, and Vanessa went in and cut out a stumble Anthony made,
Mm-hmm.
and she did it in such a cool way. I love it. I love it. There's this cat gif, the cat doing this like, and she always uses it for stuff in our videos. So if you ever watch any of our videos when they were on the old YouTube channel, which is still there, we just can't access it, and and of course on this one, she throws that in randomly, but like you don't get me cutting out people coughing. You don't get me. You don't get the nuance of the work that I do on my general edit situation. So your boy be out here on the stroll putting in that work. I really want to hustle the show hard this week. I want to hustle the show hard in general because that's just where I'm at right now. I feel like it's about time to stop playing games and put in some efforts here. Y'all, you might know Bridget. I don't know. I remember her Twitter handle, but she was in town. She was here in Cleveland. I was like, yo, we got a podcast. And she's like, I don't have time. I'm so sorry. I go, no worries. But when you get home, I need you on the show so we can talk about your trip to my town. And so that is on the menu there. And so I'm pretty excited to holler at her about that. She used to be on. They used to be on the show Elvis Presley Boulevard. So we talked to Joel. Did we have him on this show? Or was it on
Podcast?
Okay. And so you know what I'm saying those two used to be on Elvis Presley Boulevard together, and she has another podcast called it's called Ace, and I think it's AES. Yeah, All In with Ace ASE podcast, and that's available everywhere you get your podcasts from. And that's a bunch of friends who know each other from college sitting around chatting it up, and I think that's some fly shit. So you might want to get down with that, as that will be she will soon hopefully be a guest on this very program. And just like I said, it's some hustle in my heart right now, and
yeah, I was thinking about. I know it's been a long time since we reached out to Joe, but I would love to have him on a regular show.
Oh yeah, I can. I'm not saying we talk all the time, but we talk regular enough. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that is also a quite doable. Maybe he can make Texas seem better for me. But yeah, man, you let me know. You hit us up and let us know if you got somebody you think we could get down with, somebody you appreciate, somebody podcast you listen to. You like, I think you guys would have a swimming conversation. Let me know. I'm down to reach out to. Right now, I'm in a state where I'm like, I should be hollering at people. I should be reaching out to people. I've been told I already got a yes from one of our local meteorologists. I just gotta put that together, and so that is the hope that and the things I have in place right now. I'm trying to just be, like I said, better about all of this production and do better about inviting people in, and just be better about putting the show out there. And like I said, I've always thought I was doing a good enough job, but I guess there is more to be done. And so I'm not ashamed of that. I'm not embarrassed by that. If there's more to be done, then I'm the motherfucker that's going to do it. So we're going to get it done, people. And that's just what it is.
But I think the ultimate, not the ultimate dream, but like I would really like to have Rod and Karen on. We had Karen on back in the day.
Yeah.
I know like Rod might be like too busy because like they got a season 2 of a Game Theory, so who knows when he'll be going back and all that kind of stuff. So yeah. But to talk and like it was crazy. I was listening to Gabrus on Doughboys today,
Yeah.
and they were talking about it in Practical Jokers, and I just remember a time in my life where I listened to Tell 'em Steve Dave like religiously, and I
Yeah.
remember Q being on that show. He was like one of the best, one of the best on the show. I'm like, I mean, I don't know the dynamics of that relationship anymore. I wish I would have kept up a little bit on Tell 'em Steve Dave.
Like, you remember at that point in time, Q was a firefighter who had some ideals. And then those ideals ended up becoming Impractical Jokers and shit. So I remember that shit clear as day, man. But
Yeah, yeah, I remember like he was in the group called the Tenderloins. That's
yeah.
what they were called at that point. And before he started doing the Practical Jokers, like I remember like the show being picked up. I remember like all that on Tell 'em Steve Dave.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. What's up with Walt Flanagan and Men and all those people? Because I don't even know if he does anything in does he still have a VSU Smodcast 9 network situation going on still?
I have no idea. I have no idea. I don't like I stopped once that's what made me think of like Tell 'em Steve Dave. It's like once I started listening to Rod and Karen, like I that was it. That was it. It was just like there's black podcasts out here. What am I doing?
It's so real, and like I said, that's another that's like it, I have again I want to get my man whose name just escaped my brain, Chris from Mundane Festival. I want to get him on because like I said, these are people who I have a pretty cordial relationship with online. You know what I'm saying? So I figured we could probably just talk to them. And I realize this is just me talking show work with y'all, but I mean, it's okay. I like y'all, my listeners, y'all, my people, and I like to share my ideas with y'all. And like I said, I fuck with that dude. You know what I'm saying? And like if I post something like gamey related, he usually will, get in there. I'm saying he was one of the ones who told me I should get down with Last of Us 2. You know what I'm saying? Because he ran right through because he was super into that game and so forth.
Yeah.
And so
Chris has like a pretty interesting podcast. Like first, like he mostly does it by himself.
Mm-hmm.
And then like me and him have like pretty similar taste in movies, and stuff like that. So I like to listen to his show when he talks about movies and shows and yesterday, Dan, what's that one lady named Danny that you got a crush on?
Is it about Danny Fernandez?
Yeah.
Oh.
She was on this podcast about Stephen King, and so she was talking about The Outsider, which the show was okay, but I really really liked that book, and I was like, oh yeah, that's the lady Dan like.
She's currently writing Harley Quinn.
Yes.
Poison Ivy book, not necessarily the cartoon. She might be on a cartoon too, but I know she actually is writing a comic book right now. And of course that's fucking dope. Comic-Con is next week, so you can expect a lot of stuff to be popping off next week, including a bonus episode of Newcomers where they're going to watch Love and Thunder.
Oh,
so I have kept up with this season of Newcomers, even though it was really getting your boy's goat several times through. And wouldn't you know it, now they're getting toward the end. They know about it. They're informed. They can tell you what's dope. We can tell you what's not dope. And it's fucking, of course, it's good. Because it comes around to now, because of course, Nicole even more so than Lauren, is like, because it's spitting facts back at you, just like she did with Star Wars. Because all of a sudden it just stuck. And like she can speak to like multiverse shit and so on, some like deep cuts. And I'm just like, if y'all could just play sweet when it starts, man, but they it's not who they are, and it's not how they take those things. Just because I love shit don't mean they got to. But
that's not what made me angry though. I understand if you don't know something, and I understand if you don't care for something, but it's the dismissiveness that you don't have a phone in your hand or around you. You could know just, you don't have to sound I don't want to. You don't have to sound ignorant on purpose. You guys are professionals.
I regularly say we hold the Library of Alexandria in our hands at this point. Nothing cannot be answered for you within seconds. But also, that's not the build of that show. You feel me?
It's okay. The build of the show is stepping into something new.
Yeah.
But the callousness that they represent in those episodes is off-putting. Like, if you don't know something, fine. If you don't like something, fine. But don't sound like callous about it. Like, okay, because I didn't listen to the first when they did the Star Wars, but I did listen to when they talked about Tyler Perry movies.
Yeah,
I have seen none of those Tyler Perry movies, and the fact of the matter is like some listeners love the subject matter. Some listeners don't know anything about the subject matter. Like, I'm right in the middle.
Yeah.
So you have to be able to keep me entertained, or at least make me want to listen to what you have to say about something that I either know a little bit about, a lot about, or nothing at all. And if you're saying, I don't know, that's dumb, then why should I be listening to you talk about it?
Fair. A perspective I hadn't considered. So, as always, Anthony, with perspectives we hadn't considered. So, but like I said, now we gotten toward the end of it, it's like they own it. And it's like, well, especially Nicole, like I said, Nicole was like, I might rewatch this and I'm going to probably finish off this and so forth and so on. I'm like, yes.
Yeah, like, did you guys see the new Thor movie yet?
No, I hadn't gone to see it yet. I'm hopefully going to see it this weekend. I just time's not been on my side. Also, my kid's birthday is Saturday, so definitely not Saturday, but mayhaps I'm gonna get it in Sunday. And I don't, bruh. All you got to tell me is the Taika Waititi joint, and everybody keeps talking about it's a Taika Waititi joint, and not people. Some people are mad about that because they're like, I already want that. I want more Marvel shit. But niggas telling me it's a Taika Waititi joint, I'm like, yes, please.
It was fun. I liked it a lot.
So
we went to the movies and seen it like Tuesday night, right after we dropped off the boys.
Nice.
And it wasn't a lot of people in the theater. We had some popcorn and some terrible nachos. I wanted to see it at an AMC so I can try to get that Thor bucket.
Yeah.
One, amazingly sold out at the AMC. I stopped at the AMC in Solon, Ohio first.
Because Tuesday night they cheap night, they $5 night, right?
I don't know. I just went in there to see if they had the bucket and came right out. And then we end up just going to a Regal.
Okay.
And then we seen it, and then we couldn't get nothing to eat because everything was closed.
That is how that works. I went out to Fairport Harbor, Ohio. It's on the east side. So what you did. You want to know how it goes? I can say what exit is it? We just figured out the exit the other day. So basically, the one time I drove out to Mentor Headlands, you know what I'm saying? And we looked, it was like, oh, hey, look at that. There's a whole beach here. Yeah, let's drive this way and see what's over this way. We drove around and drove this way. Like, come on, let's go. Let's keep driving. Let's see. And we ended up at this ice cream spot out there. And after we ate the ice cream, we drove down the hill. It was like, let's see what's down there. Whole ass beach. You know what I'm saying? And not just a beach, but it's a beach with a gate. And I was like, why is there a gate here? Because you got to pay to get in that beach. And because you got to pay to get in that beach is well taken care of, well manicured. Water's nice. Lots of, lifeguards there. So, you know what I'm saying? I felt secure being there. And so we were saying we should go back. We should go to this beach. We should go to this beach. And finally, on the last Friday of my vacation, so a week ago to tomorrow, whatever, we went. We took Lee with us. We was gonna take Xander, but you know what I'm saying. I remember I told y'all last week
it was his anniversary.
Yeah, and it was just a delight. And I gotta tell you, if you get out there, it's $3 if you don't live in Lake County. I don't live in Lake County, so I could have lied, but I gave him $3 because I don't care. Plus, all I was going to do is look at my license plate and be like, it should say Kyle Hogger, my guy. So just give him the $3, park your shit, go sit on the beach, go set up on the beach and just have a good time. Like I said, off in the distance, you can see the Perry nuclear power plant stacks, clean as Springfield, Ohio. Springfield from The Simpsons, and I had to laugh that I can see them so clean. And it was just very nice, and I dug that experience. And so I don't know, man. I'm a beach going kind of guy. I don't know if I'm a tropical. Well, I've been to Mexico, so I guess maybe. But I don't know if I'm a tropical kind of setting kind of vibe. Like Box, you went to Hawaii, man. But did you get out and get into the tropics of Hawaii?
Not really, no. I went on the beach a little bit, but I didn't go in the water.
Yeah.
It was weird. It was weird. Like my Hawaii experience, I was alone, so I didn't like know what to do really. Like I didn't have a plan. I just kind of like wandered about. I did what I came there to do, and then I left. Like I spent one evening with my buddy, and like he wanted to do shit that I don't like go clubbing and stuff. And
we got. That's not my thing. I mean, I don't know. I guess I want to go to Vegas with y'all, but I would definitely love to go hit up Hawaii with y'all. It sounds like doing shit with y'all. I realize we should probably be doing shit, saying our significant others and family and so forth and so on. But it's like I like hanging with y'all niggas. It's just weird what it is.
See, the crazy part is I know when I eventually do go to Vegas, it ain't going to be no gambling shit. I'm like, I want to go to Walmart. I want to go to Target. I want to go to a local grocery store. The shit that we like to do.
I don't go there to gamble.
Yeah,
I go there to like go to medieval times or walk the strip, watch the fountain show, or go shopping, eat In and Out. Like I do that kind of shit. I don't go there to gamble. I don't have that kind of money.
Yeah.
I mean, I would like set aside like $100 to go gambling, go do some slots.
I always feel bad about it.
That's usually about the max of what I do. It's like 60 to 100 is what I'm like. All right, this is what I'm willing to lose, and then after that, it's just I just want to go do shit. Like I'm not there to like sit at a blackjack table. I can do that here. Why would I have to fly across country to do that?
Yeah, once you get past a decent pair of shoes for my kids, I can't spend that money. Like once I go past 105 or I guess 108, because that's the tax. I can't see myself spending that money like on something like that.
Like I want to go back to Vegas and like I maybe want to go to like the Pawn Stars place. I like Old Vegas' light show. I don't know. I'm sure there's like probably some museums and other shit around there that like I haven't seen. Like I was watching a toy hunting video from these wrestlers, and they went to this horror store where they sell like all kinds of horror themed merchandise, like shirts and toys and stuff.
There's a pinball museum out there. I would love to visit.
I was literally just about to say that. We went to that when we went out there for my 30th birthday. We went to the pinball museum. It's right across the street from a Del Taco that we ate at.
Oh, very good.
Yeah, and Del Taco got ground turkey, so I'm down.
Again, like I said, I know as a father and a partner, I should be thinking, what can I do for these people? But I like kicking it with my dudes because we do kicking the shit. Plus, we plot easily. We lay out a scheme real smooth. Like we set set an operation up and we just execute that shit, and the shit works every time. Cheap. So, it is what it is, people. That's how you find the Ted's Bulletins of the world and amazing Korean food in the middle of Chicago.
Yeah, because when your heart not set on one thing, that means you can do anything.
Yeah, so that's basically what's up, y'all. Know what I'm saying, but you know what it is. Let's bob along over here to the mean streets of Reddit and see what's popping in the realm of Am I the Asshole? As always, we did one already, and that one was Am I the Asshole for ruining my brother's marriage because his wife left me at the pool? Trust me, that's a good Am I the Asshole. Am I the asshole for ruining my brother's marriage because his wife left me at the pool? Throwaway, this whole situation is so bizarre that I still can't really process it. It still doesn't feel real, but I feel scared and guilty. I, 19 female, had surgery a couple of days ago to get all 4 of my wisdom teeth out. And because I have really bad fear of dentists, they had to drug me pretty hard to do the removal. Not like laughing gas that wears off really fast, but actual IV medicine, so I was pretty much unconscious during the whole thing. They told me to have a responsible adult drive me to the appointment and back because the meds they gave me would make it dangerous to drive. My mom was on a work trip and couldn't take me, so I asked my sister-in-law, Bree, 24, not her real name, if she could do it, as the whole thing would only take an hour or two. I even offered her gas money because the dental office is about 45 minutes away. I would have asked my brother, but he works during the day while Bree is a stay-at-home mom to their 2-year-old daughter, who I think was at Bree's mom's house that day. Bree asked to take me to my appointment. Bree agreed to take me to my appointment, and the surgery went fine. Bree waited in the lobby for me to be done. When I came out of anesthesia, I was very disoriented and nauseous, which I guess is normal. I had gauze shoved in my mouth to stop any bleeding, and Bree took me to her car after I was let go. I don't really remember much of the drive, but it felt like not enough time passed before Bree got out of the car and told me to come with her. I was really out of it and just followed her because the alternatives was staying in a hot car. Long story short, we were at a pool. I was really confused, but once we were there, Bree basically parked me at one of those little table benches. She said she'd be back in a while. I was still trying not to puke and was really dizzy from the heat, 90 plus degrees, and the drugs. So I asked her to take me home, but she wouldn't. I guess this was her day off. She didn't have my niece and she was meeting friends at the pool. I was starting to feel really sick, on the verge of passing out or having a panic attack, so I called my brother. I don't think he could understand me between the meds and the stuff in my mouth because he hung up, and I guess called Bree because she came stomping back over, cussing and yelling at me, and took me back to the car. I passed out on the drive home, but when we arrived, my brother had left work and met us in the driveway. He was screaming at Bree, and she was crying. I was still pretty disoriented, but my brother took me back home and stayed with me until the meds wore off. That's when he told me he's divorcing Bree because of what she did, plus some other things he didn't go into detail about. It's been a few days since then, and Bree has been blowing up my phone, telling me what a bitch I am and how me tattling destroyed her family. Part of me feels bad because of my niece, and I wonder if I should have just dealt with it and waited for her to be done at the pool instead of calling my bro and causing problems. Am I the asshole? Sweet summer child.
This marriage was already about to be done anyway. This had nothing to do with it. She's
Correct.
Just blaming him for something that was going to happen already anyway.
Yeah, this is this was simply the cherry on top of the divorce ice cream sundae. And any person who would do this, you're probably good to go and divorce. Hey, for another one where I don't got to tell somebody to leave with somebody because they already did it. It's twice now. I got a good record going, people. Wow, that is no, this poor child, 19 years old. I consider you a child still. I realize some people might be like, that's an adult, but I'm like, not really, bro. And you go there.
That's only adult if you're creepy.
Or need to fight in a war.
I feel terrible for her for having to have suffered through that and feeling guilty because of this, but that guilt should not lay on their shoulders. And I feel like they should not be trying to take that on. No, you're not the asshole. But Joe, about to be former sister-in-law, truly is. Anthony don't like when I call people terrible persons, but this is terrible. What they did was terrible. I don't know her as a person, so I can't call her a terrible person, but I will say her acts were terrible. So there you go. I'll ride out with that. I don't see any hype. Everybody's like, yeah, no, you're not the asshole. I'm not seeing anything, whatever. But here I'll go with this one. This is from this is dumb luck. This guy's name is Righteous Vengeance.
Oh.
Not the asshole. And Bree is the one that ruined her marriage. She can be brought up on criminal charges for what she did. She was entrusted to bring you home or failing to someplace safe. Abandoning you at the pool, which apparently was a location unfamiliar to you, was irresponsible and dangerous considering your state. And by the way, props to your brother for going above and beyond to protect you while his wife was being he did write it like that, was being an entitled, selfish, and careless. I don't know what the...
I really didn't think of it as dangerous. Then I thought about, what if she, lucidly just fell into the pool?
But she also could have passed out from the drugs and then just sitting there roasting in the sun.
That's true.
It's too much bad possible. And so, yes, you're the asshole. No, you're not the asshole. Yeah, you're not the asshole, but your sister-in-law certainly is. But I got another one for you, because you know what I'm saying? I bonus you ups every now and again. Sometimes I try to we'll do a couple as opposed to just a singular. And that is, am I the asshole for not leaving when a girl my girlfriend hates showed up? Title along. I mean, unless that girl did something to your girlfriend, I'm going to just tell you, no, you're not. I hadn't read anything yet. This old school, is this person an asshole? Before you read it?
No.
I'm gonna say no.
Okay. So that's all of us in agreement that this person is not the asshole, and in my opinion, couldn't possibly be the asshole unless, as we read this, we find out that girl did something to his girl. I went to an event with some friends. This girl, Carly, who my girlfriend, Kinsey...
I changed my mind. She's an asshole. I heard that name. Carly.
who my girlfriend, Kinsey, hates, showed up. And apparently I was supposed to leave after she was there. The plan was for me and a group of friends to do something. Carly wasn't supposed to be there, but she heard from a mutual friend that I was going to be there, so she invited herself with them. She wanted the chance to talk to me without Kinsey around. She says that Kinsey has probably told me a bunch of lies about her, and that's why I avoid her. But that Kinsey has always been an over-exaggerating and dramatic person. She says that she doesn't see a reason that the two of us can't be pals with each other, except for me having a controlling and jealous girlfriend. You walked up to me and said this shit to me? I'm going to think my girlfriend right, and I need to avoid you. Whatever.
This woman's trying to get some dick.
Huh?
This woman's trying to get some dick.
I would think his girlfriend was right. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. I was friendly to her and everyone else there, and we all had a good time. My girlfriend was upset at this. Apparently, I was supposed to leave after Carly showed up. She was livid. She thinks that Carly only did that to get under her skin, and she knew she could make her mad by hanging out with her without her boyfriend all day. She says that she only acts nice around me and that she's actually a backstabbing person, PG version. Now I am starting to think my girlfriend may actually be a tad dramatic. You played yourself. And I'm not allowed to hang out with friends, and I need to leave because someone she dislikes is there. That just doesn't make sense to me. Am I the asshole for not leaving like my girlfriend said I should? Now, this is easily, in my opinion, one of those everybody sucks here. Because clearly something's going on that this girl that your girlfriend don't like decided to show up where you was at and then come holler at you. That would make me think your girlfriend might have a point. The old girl is on some shiftlonious shit. You know what I'm saying? And then you now on some mode, maybe she is being dramatic. Well, no, my guy, this chick just ran up on you in a way that your girlfriend probably has warned you of. So it happened like you was told.
Not only is this person a dick, an asshole. This person is a dumb dick. Like sometimes when somebody tells you something and you don't see it, you just gotta watch it play out before you try to naysay what a person's saying. Like, watch how it play out. Because like I say this all the time. I don't go to the zoo on Mondays. I like having a good time. Everybody go to the zoo on Mondays because it's free. And free shit ain't always the good shit.
Yeah.
Sometimes you need to pay for a peace of mind. And if she throwing herself at you, most women, for the most part, are reserved. They're not going to be all in your face like that. Something's going on, man. Pay attention. Fucking attention. Damn.
Well, big old glow in the dark comment here. Not long, unlike some of our more recent ones, but this is from the absolute worst 1289. I mean, to be fair, Carly made it pretty clear that she did, in fact, show up to get under your girlfriend's skin by hanging out with her boyfriend all day. And then you proceed to hang out with her all day. I'd say you and Carly are both assholes. If I were you, I would have left after Carly's little speech bashing your girlfriend and then claiming you want to hang out with you. Why is she so desperate to be around you? And why are you cool with someone trashing your girlfriend? You're the asshole. And that is Glow in the Dark. It has several awards and so forth. And again, that's why I said everybody sucks here. But also, you know what? Like I said, your girlfriend is probably right. And yeah, you are an asshole. And she's probably better without you. So, especially if you immediately just like, she is being a tad dramatic. Like, buddy, no. She sees and knows something that's tried to share that knowledge with you. And you just like, I don't know, man. This chick seems cool talking to me.
Yeah. AKA testicles.
Oh, you dodo bird.
Like
What'd you say?
I do like some nice chesticles.
Who doesn't appreciate them? Men, women, babies, everybody knows titties is great. They just are. Big, small, pierced, not pierced, everything about them. Titties.
Yeah.
Just wonderful.
They're the best.
They really are. Just point that out to you, man.
Areolas are just like such a present.
Yeah, that gift really does keep on giving. Respect it.
I've seen real and fake, and I've tasted real and fake. And they both taste good.
Fair point, dear sir.
And you know what? I'm gonna go on my own platform, Tatum 2024. I don't want to call them fake no more.
You've had Impossible Titty?
You know what? Most people don't refer to them as fake. They refer to them as augment. Enhance also works.
Enhanced with vitamins and minerals. It's like Nestle Quick.
Oh my gosh!
They've been augmented with zinc.
Scrumptious.
Which one do you think would be more appropriate? Would it be Impossible Titty or Beyond Titty?
Beyond, come on,
Beyond,
man.
of course, Beyond.
Was that even a question?
Although I am certain, you know what I'm saying, just because we've seen it before, some of them titties out there are impossible titties. You'd be like, God damn.
You know what? I guess there are more than one brand. So.
Seems like women with the flattest backside you ever seen, but the chesticles the size of cakes.
And that's why, like, I've always been a 30-70 man myself. I like a small handful, but a whole dumpster in the back.
It's like a raindrop that's smiling at me.
Yeah, I like a new wave Pizza Hut. You can only stand out front, but there's so much room in the kitchen.
Oh shit! Oh fuck! In the realm of entertainment this week, I finished Ms. Marvel. Surprise! Your boy cried a little bit twice during that last episode because I'm easily teared up, and I had really come to love the character in that show during these 6 episodes, and solid ending all around. They did a real good job, and
no spoilers.
It was dope, man. Like I said, representation matters, people. I'm just gonna consistently point that out to you. Representation matters. So, and I watched. I'm all caught up on Loot. Fuck, man. If you got Apple TV, you should be watching Loot. Maya Rudolph and Ron Funches, several other people whose names I will not be able to pull out of my hat, but those two are the people that matter to me. Black actors, y'all. Black actors. So, but really, really, really good show. That's that shit, man. Also on Apple TV, For All Mankind is still going hard, and I love that show. And now people everywhere they mom are picking it up. Jessica Kang, y'all might know Jessica Kang if y'all are long-time Black Guy Tips listeners. I just posted a day that that she was getting down for all mankind. My man Paris Lilly, who is over at Gamer Tag Radio and kind of funny XCast, posting how he's at season 2 of and how much he loves For All Mankind. I'm like, y'all might be late, but I'm glad y'all came to the party because it's a good jam we got going on here, man. So I truly enjoy that show. If you have Apple TV, and plus they give that shit away just all the time. I turned on my TV the other day. It's like, you want 3 months? I'm like, I'm good for right now, but thank you. So, like I said, Apple, you can get your hands on Apple TV, and they do not fuck around. They be having the best music because they just be spending that money.
Oh,
You be
yeah.
like, damn, you pay for that song? That's an expensive song.
Yeah, those for and I didn't want to say this because I know how much you love the show so far, but those first couple episodes of Loot were overwhelming with music. Yeah, like I thought the show and the premise was pretty funny, but like the overindulgence of music from 1996 to 2007 was just like bump. I'm like, I know you paid a lot of money for these songs. Yeah, they had stuff. I was just like, yep, you don't hear that very much. Well, goddamn. So to slip a little bit into my part, I've been watching P Valley season 2.
Yeah, you were saying last week you was gonna jump in on that.
And when I heard they playing a Beyonce song, I was like, there go the budget this year. Or sometimes Beyonce is very generous. Did you see that Amber was on Beyonce's page on TikTok?
I did, and she was so hyped. It was so funny to see her running around and Ben having to follow her like
you. This is gonna be the most you ran all year. But you gonna run all day. So that was cool. But I was watching P Valley. I forgot to mention after listening to Cadillac on Mars with Chaffee talking about Bear on Hulu and FX or FXX. I started watching that. That show is amazing. It's like it got a season 2 yesterday. Okay, good. Because I know the one lady that's on the show is who took over for the voice on Big Mouth that Jenny Stone was doing before.
Jenny Slate, yeah.
Jenny Slate, same.
Slate and Stone are the same kind of material, so I get why your brain did that to you.
Yeah, man, I shouldn't even do that to myself because I love me some Jenny Slate.
I love Jenny Slate too, man. I didn't realize she had done a Marcel the Shell movie. Didn't realize Marcel the Shell was Jenny Slate. Now that I think about it, you ever seen Marcel the Shell on YouTube?
No. What is it? An A24 movie now?
It is. It is an A24 movie. Oddly enough, yes, it is an A24 movie. But Marcel the Shell, just a YouTube series that she did years ago, and it's so good. So if you get a chance, just look at Marcel the Shell. Good time to be having now. Quick jump back to Loot. The guy who does Loot is the guy who also was doing Master of None. And
he also the Death Show. The Death Show that was on Prime.
Oh, the Death Show. Yeah. And he did that one too, also with Maya Rudolph. So I wish, and because that show never got picked up for a second season, I wish it would have, because that's a damn good show. And because I know how much they fuck with music in the first couple of seasons of Master of None, it makes sense to me that he must have a good music coordinator that he gets down with, who do be putting in that work. And I'm like, okay, I get down with that, man. I like what you do. So like I said, Luke, great. Master of None, great. Just like I said, not said Master of None. Well, yeah, Master of None is great, but For All Mankind, great. The Orville. I got one episode of Orville left, and I am all the way caught up on the Orville. The Orville New Horizons. So the third season of Orville is streaming only. It's on Hulu. It's only 7 episodes so far. I don't know if they got like a half season or like that. But the Orville was a great show, and the pandemic made them basically stop having to produce it. And so now they are back, and because now it's fully owned by Disney, now it's only streaming. One, you get way better of graphics. Like, you know what I'm saying? For their CG budget must have increased exponentially. But also, they get to swear a little bit more. So you'll get a bullshit every now and again, as opposed to just whatever and so forth. And it's just been a delight to watch. They've been bouncing. They've been reaching back to storylines all the way from season 1, and then wrapping them up here in what you call. So I should say I fuck with the Orville. The Orville New Horizons on Hulu if you have access to it, or Disney Plus in other parts of the world, and most of the world, in fact, except for here.
Did you guys watch this last season of on Stranger Things?
Yeah, I'm all caught up. Done.
Let me know if I'm nitpicking, but do you think they said the word shit too many times for you?
Not that anything I can pick out. So
it just seemed like that's to make a point, go home, or to show they angry. They always said shit, and it was like, this is getting on my goddamn nerves. Like, I understand you guys are all 17 now. You could cuss a little bit, but the fact that they just kept on saying shit just made me mad.
Speaking of Stranger Things, I saw the thing about Doja Cat getting mad at the one kid for DM leaking.
I mean, that came and went in a day, so it couldn't have been too much. That one didn't hang around for too long, but also, yeah, it's weird. Just weird. I will never understand why was you, this grown ass woman, talking to this child to get him to talk to his co-star. Just reach out to his co-star.
Well, he was the plug, and he let loose the water.
Hey, he a child, and I have no expectations of him, but I do got expectations.
DMs was his way of honoring the request. Now that guy surely knows
that apparently Doja Cat want to holler at him, which could be great or awful. I don't know. So I'd like to point out that the doctor on the Orville had terrible wigs the first 2 seasons. And this 3rd season, now they got this money. They gave her a good wig budget, and that shit is hitting. It looks great. Go back and watch the first 2 seasons of the Orville, and you were like, oh, wait, baby, what was they doing to your head? Get them white women off your head.
She probably had to pay for it all herself.
I do not doubt a black woman in Hollywood.
Yeah, or like better yet, like force her to wear that wig, and her hair probably looks impeccable underneath that wig.
True indeed. So
here's the thing about acrylic nails.
I saw somebody posted yesterday. Did you send it to me, Ed? When they were saying how Saweetie is an athlete.
Yeah, because she threw the ball across the plate with nails is about 3.5 inches.
Her beautifully manicured fucking nails.
With probably some real crystals in it and everything.
Yeah, fuck the nails. What got me was like, she was on the mound
in high heels.
In them motherfucking Louboutin red bottoms, high as fuck heels, and still threw the shit out that ball. Everything about that woman, I'm like, I don't even know you like that, sweetie. I know of you. And I know you have a McDonald's meal. Unsure if that still exists. That's all always on the menu. But I was like, you a bad lady. You a badass chick to be able to, get out there in them red bottoms and throw that ball. So respect it.
Better than 50 Cent did it.
I wonder if people, you know what? I could never. Truly, if everyone there is like, come on, T, come throw out a pitch at the Guardians game, I'd be like, bruh, I guess, but please give me like about a month's notice so I can try to practice. At least get out there and get my arm right or something. Because
like one thing I've heard is like it's kind of confusing. They're like, just throw it that way, but it's not exactly straight. It's like if you were throwing it the way you thought you were throwing it, you would be throwing it like pretty much it would the other way. But the way they want you to throw it is you're supposed to be throwing it like this way. And they said once you get up there, you get nervous. So like, but you ain't explaining that shit right. So I don't know.
Yeah, it's So I will never shit on any person throwing out a pitch in the ball game because I'm like, it couldn't be me, and I know it. So, I downloaded because it was on Game Pass. Far Cry 5. Started it. It was like no, thank you to Far Cry 5, and then deleted it. And so, no, Far Cry 5 has been removed from my system.
Ain't that what I said? It was bad last week.
No, you didn't want to get down with you didn't like Deathloop, and I just
Far Cry 5 as well.
Oh, say word. Well, yeah, that shit was like I was like, no, thank you, sir.
Yeah, that is Far Cry 6.
Oh, okay. Far Cry 6 is the one with my man Giovanni. Yeah, my man from El Polo Loco.
Yeah, that shit was not good neither.
That's a first person game. Why did you even buy that one?
Because I thought I tried to try shit. I was trying to try it. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, I know I don't like those type of games, but I tried. I'm like, everybody seems to like this game. It was at a fair price. Let me try to get myself out of my comfort zone.
Okay.
My comfort zone said, "Nah, boy, you go back." That Far Cry 6 and definitely about to try it again. But man,
it's so good, and I wish it could get its hooks in you, because I feel like if it could get its hooks in you, then
maybe
all three Dishonor games and Prey are also arcane games that are played in the first person. They're you know what I'm saying? They're just really great games. And like I said, I just plus it's so rare we get a black hero, you know what I'm saying, in the game, like you know what I'm saying, and that dude's fucking dope. Love his voice, love everything. So, but things get popped up on Game Pass today was, and I downloaded them both. Power Wash Simulator, hadn't played it yet, but I'm very excited for it. And what's this shit called? Escape Room Academy. It's basically you play in an escape room, but then I guess you become like, I don't know, a student at the Academy of Escape Room Arts, and I'm very excited to play both those games. Like I said, they're both on Game Pass, so if you have access to Game Pass, you know what I'm saying, they're there. On PlayStation Plus, I downloaded AITA. It's supposed to be pretty dope, and so I think I'm going to. I was talking to Fowler of the Cousin Cecil Show, and we're gonna try to link up and play some of that. So again, if we do get on that, I'll let you know how that is next week. But that's about all I've been playing, and I think I gave you everything I watched. Let me just double check my notes. I try to be good about writing it down. So, Kentucky Route Zero, also a game that's on Game Pass, but also it's available everywhere. So if you want to play it, it's Annapurna joint, which is basically the A24 of video games, and so it's this weird black and white situation. I don't know. It's real one of them arty ass games. It's arty for art's sakes, but it's kind of got me going. So I might mess around with that a little more, because I don't know if I'm gonna beat it, but I'm like, I'm digging it. I'm not loving it. So we'll see how that one plays out. Boxman, what you watch anything out of the ordinary? Did you finish Miss Marvel?
I finished Miss Marvel before the show tonight. I started watching that Nicolas Cage movie that just came out recently the other night, but I got halfway through and before I fell asleep, so I'll have to pull that back up.
The one with
the Viper
from what's the Viper?
From Game of Thrones.
Oh, I never watched Game of
Mandalorian.
Thrones. Yeah, there we go. With Boba Fett.
Pedro Pascal.
Yes. Who's gonna be playing
Joel in the Walking Dead show?
You mean Last of Us show?
Oh yeah. Well, zombies, blood, whatever.
Zombies with heart. Yeah, I watched a good bit of that movie. Because we got some free red boxes with T-Mobile Tuesday, but we didn't finish it. It was
my
all
buddy
right.
gave me his was it Voodoo,
Voodoo, yeah.
Voodoo. He gave me his Voodoo login, so I could pick it back up. I just haven't. I almost rented Everything Everywhere Always
All at
or
once?
whatever it's called. But that would have been after the Nicolas Cage movie, and as I said, I fell asleep, so didn't make it that far.
When you get a chance, check it out. Let me know what you think. I truly enjoyed that movie. I'm not wilding like some people was, but I think it was a pretty damn good movie, and that can be respected.
It was good. I enjoyed it.
Yeah. You play anything?
No.
Okay. Just like to check.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Currently, I'm playing Riders Republic again.
the bike game, right?
Yes, bike, snowboard, and
Squirrel suit.
squirrel suit. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. What y'all think of the show art? I was very happy with the art this week. I want you to know.
I always love to see squirrels.
Yeah, I thought it was well done, and I like the way that he was pointing at a squirrel.
Thank you for appreciating my work. You know what I'm saying? I started that shit Sunday, so I want you to know everything about this week's episode that went up today with our guest Carl Tart. I have been rubbing my hands together and worrying about and freaking out about all week long. That show was edited wild early and uploaded to Libsyn to go out at midnight this morning. It was uploaded onto YouTube and written up and ready to go on YouTube at 8 o'clock this morning. You know what I'm saying? And I still woke up 10 minutes earlier than normal to come down to make sure shit is doing what it's supposed to do. And I hope people watch. I hope people watch it. I hope people listen. Actually, we definitely got some views on the YouTube, so I got to give it up. We got. I'm not saying we got tons of views, but we got views on YouTube, and so I'm like, cool. That's the one. That was the main one I kind of been pushing. Even though again, you'll be missing an Emma the asshole that I would tell you it's worth you listening to the show on podcast services around the globe to get it down with. So. But that's the show, people. I'm saying, you know what it is. Please rate, review, subscribe, and share the show wherever possible. I gotta tell you, I found out today a lot of people don't know where the show's available at. Even though I tell you every week, my man Gabriel was saying today as we talk, and me saying this right now does nothing to help them find the show because it's on the show. But you know what does help them find the show? You telling them, hey man, I got a show I fuck with. You might get down with it, and I would hope you do that for us. I'm saying, so please share, rate, review, subscribe, and share. And this point, I'm trying to make at this point is the share portion of that program. I need it in more people's hands because more people know about it, the better we do. And I'm all about that life. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Again, last week this Carl Tart episode that we just talked about is available over there to watch. It is, like I said, like I was saying earlier in the show, it is not as edited as the audio version is. But that's because I get in there with the audio version and I get in there and I'm hacking. So, and the video version is just, it's not that simple. Plus, I'm not the one who edits it. My lady does. So,
The audio
but
version
YouTube
is with 100% less farts.
burps, coughs, anything. You know what I'm saying? Things that just poof, disappear. Anthony says his lady's name out loud. That gets a sword beep on the audio version. You get something different on the video version. Just want to point that out to you. Also, it means I have to go through the video and find that shit, and it'd be like right there, 58 minutes in, and 58 minutes, 2 seconds in, right there. It's more challenging than you would ever think. Again, that's why I don't do video. My lady does video. She also went to school for it, so she's better than I am. Follow us over on Twitter, SKiMpod, SKIMPOD, Twitch, Stays Crunchy and Milk. You know what I'm saying? We out here, man. It stays Crunchy and Milk just across the board. It's Crunchy being, of course, being spelled with a K. You go put that in your fucking internet device, you'll find us where we are.
Put it in your fucking internet device.
If you want to support the show financially, got a few bucks to toss our way. You can join us over on Patreon. Where members at the $5 and above tier get extra content each month and early access to new shows. Gabe recorded some We Trieds with the kids
Nice.
that I need to get edited and posted up. So you get some on the road action with my mans. So, and it's mostly going to be on the road action from Gabe at this point. It's just the internet just wants to be a bitch for him out where he currently is. And so it's just better for us if he just sends in reports from the road. And we go, like I said, patrons will get those before anybody else does. And sometimes only get those. Because like I said, the most recent on the road that he gave that the patrons have been had is like 45 minutes long. I can't stick that into a regular show. It just doesn't fit. It's much too large. I'd have to split it up and spread it over some periods of time, and then you don't get the whole. It don't work as well. But if you're a patron, you can go get it. You can go listen to that right now. It's there waiting for you. So go support us over on Patreon. Stay Crunchy and Milk over there as well. We have merch over at tpublic.com/Stay Crunchy Milk, all one word. I got to make sure we send Carl a shirt because I try to send all our guests a shirt. So
he got a shirt before he was on the show.
I mean, nothing wrong with selling me another one. So you know what I'm saying?
Maybe a
So
sticker.
that's what's up. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, there you go. Also, that's what's up. So forth and so on. So we got to get. So I would tell you to head on over to T Public, cop a shirt. Famous guys wear. And I'm not joking about that. That's actually on the real. You know what I'm saying? I got a couple of people who got some who got a little clout to rock our wares. So that I can't say.
I was disappointed. Like Seth haven't been posting on TikTok lately.
He had been taking a pretty solid break away from his various socials. So it's just the industry he works in. It comes with a lot of bullshit, and so he'd be like, "Yeah, I can't be fucking with y'all right now. Y'all hurting my heart." So he wisely kind of has to walk away from it sometimes, and that's okay. That is okay.
It's okay to do stuff for yourself.
For real. Feel free to give us a call. 216-264-6311. That's 216-264-6311. We'd certainly love to hear from you. It's been good to hear from my folk who've been reaching out and giving us phone calls and just giving us shouts out on the on Twitter and so forth and so on. My man William Kit Blues, you know the deal, was like, "Oh my God, thank you guys for figuring out how producers work. I've always wanted to know." And I'm like,
we didn't figure it out. Carl told us.
I know, but we asked the question and he provided the explanation, and I dig that. I was walking.
That he does.
I was walking today, like I'm saying. I've been out here trying to get my get my feet to the street when my man Fowler tweeted at me at SKiM Pod. I understood the assignment and was watching Grand Crew, and it literally touched my fucking heart. It got me in my chest, in my feels as I was walking, sweating my ass off. And I was like, that's what it is. That's what it is, man. To spread the good word of people we fuck with, and hopefully they spread the good word and fuck with us. And I'm grateful for that. Like I said, I got plots and schemes and getting more guests on because I'm saying I have to get my ass off my shoulders and stop being worried. The worst thing, I know the old school adage is, the worst thing to say is no, but them no's hurt more than you think they would. But I got some yeses already lined up, so I might as well take advantage of the people who already have yes me, right? Why the fuck not? Because they've already said yeah they would do it, and so
I mean, Condoleezza Rice do love the Browns. We might be able to get her on.
She just joined the Broncos ownership.
Yep.
Where I come from, we call that a traitor. Can't trust politicians.
I just remember the time Janet Jackson played her on SNL. I thought that was hilarious.
There you go.
Never seen that.
It was just a lot of lip quiver acting.
Penny from Good Times. I almost did Maxine lyrics today, but they chop it a weird way because it's Ghostface rapping and then Ray rapping, so I couldn't really get that. You know what I'm saying? But of course, put the iron to it like Penny on Good Times, and that is a lyric on that song, and I you know what I'm saying. So Janet Jackson was already on my mind today.
I wonder why Kim Fields didn't play Penny, because Kim Fields' mama plays
Penny's mama.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Because Kim Fields is already an actress in her own right doing commercials by that time.
True.
But Janet Jackson was Janet Jackson.
You can get you a Jackson in the house. Plus, they lived in Gary. And the show took place in Chicago. I know they didn't film it there, but still.
She already knew how the new Project Living. Method acting.
Oh, my God. Our missing man is the real ODP. Gotta tell you, I don't understand or know how you could send him love if you call into this show and send him and show him love, or you reach out to us on Instagram, things he can still see. I feel like that's a good way to show my man some love.
I think the best way to show him some love is to sign up for the Patreon.
Agreed, fully. I definitely will show him that you did that. Yeah.
Or you could take a flashlight and put a G in the middle of it and then flash it in the sky.
Yeah, I mean, like, if we're power ranking the best way to show him that you appreciate him, I would say, like I said, Patreon number 1.
You know what? Cash is
buying a shirt's probably number 2.
Yeah. Daniel is perfectly, as always, perfectly cromulent in his discussion and put some respect. Oh, the Bob's Burger movie apparently is available already on Hulu. So if you got Hulu, you can watch that movie right now.
I thought it was on HBO Max.
I was told Hulu. So if I'm wrong, I'll be wrong.
We watched a good chunk of it last night.
Yeah.
And Dave Chappelle's new special. I know it's on Netflix.
Oh, there you go. So
you mean the 40-minute talking to?
Yeah. Well, don't say talking to like it was Bill Cosby telling us to pull our pants up. I mean, it was a funny little thing.
It was this Kennedy Center honors speech, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
no, wait. It was them trying to name the building after him.
Oh, okay. So that's the school trying to, and he decided to nah, you can call it whatever, blah blah blah. Yeah. So Dave Chappelle really, really, really don't like white men. I think his point has become white trans people shouldn't get rights before black people do, and I'm just like, Dave, that's not what's happening. But nobody seems to be telling Dave that, and he seems real confused about the operation.
I mean, part of being an old black man is you get a big hat, you get a big mustache, or you just don't give a fuck no more.
And a fucking gene. Yeah, that's real. Anyway, as I said, that's Tatum 216.
Good night.
His fucking gene ain't kicked in quite yet, but I've known him for a very long time. He had a fucking gene when he was younger. The stash is there.
That stash getting big. I do have a less of a fuck you gene. I think, as an old black man at this point, I think more of my gene is, oh, I'm sorry, baby.
It's a wiser gene though to operate with. You know what I'm saying? That's my man, Lunchbox 2099.
So to further this discussion about wigs, let me start by saying.
All I know is I can appreciate a well-done wig. And I feel like it's okay for me to be like, that wig is not as well done as it could have been.
But as a person who doesn't wear wigs,
I need one. Look how bald I am. Maybe they can put me on.
If we use that argument for all kinds of shit in life, we wouldn't even be able to talk about nothing.
I mean, as people... as a person who has a significant other, and a person who is seeking significant others, I'm just saying, your best bet is to leave that shit alone. But hey,
I'm just making a joke of it. You're making it more serious now than it needs to be.
No, I'm just saying. No, I'm not making it serious at all. Because I'm going to go snuggle when I get up off this phone call.
I am too. I got old Lefty right here.
Okay.
I don't know if you give a fuck, but me, I am Tayrell 713. That's 713 ways to grip the mic and spit fire. It has been a pleasure to do this show with you tonight. I hope you enjoyed it. We will catch you next time.
Please come back. We're sorry.
I trust you'll be back, and I hope you'll bring a friend.
I mean, if you bring potato salad, you're always welcome.
Don't put raisins in that shit. Okay? Don't do it. I know you're over there thinking about it. Don't do it.
As a white man who's had plenty of potato salad in his life, I have never been around other white people who put raisins in the potato salad. But if I ever came across one, I would be furious.
You came up around a bunch of Eastern Europeans, though, man. You know what I'm saying? They know they potatoes, and they would never disrespect about throwing some raisins in that shit.
I seen this video on TikTok. I think it was yesterday. It was like, it was an Asian guy who said, he was like, if it wasn't for Italians, white people wouldn't have.
White people would be no cool.
Yeah, no cool. It would be no cool white people.
With that being said, do we consider Spanish people white?
From Spain?
Yeah, from Spain.
Yes, they are white.
Okay, because in my mind, they're like the Mexicans of the East.
What? See, that when I be trying to tell you not to say stuff, I don't be meaning that shit harsh and serious. I just be trying to tell you not to say stuff.
Nah, bro. They just happen to speak the Queen's Spanish.
That's what it is. It's because they both speak Spanish that in my mind has a hard time remembering the fact that they're not from Mexico. But then I'm like, are they still white? Like, how do we where do you stop being white? Does it like encompass everything all the way from
Where
Russia?
do you stop
I'm a-
being white?
Okay.
I'm gonna really fuck your head up and tell you, most of Argentina, white people, because they moved there after World War II. Bunch of Germans, tons and tons of Germans, tons of Nazis moved to Argentina,
Germans.
and so Argentina mostly white. Not a lot of native folk who kick it down there. So, as always,
And I was watching a Twitch streamer play GeoGuessr a couple days ago, and I didn't realize there's so many beautifully built up cities across the world. Like, that's the thing about being like, you know, Star Spangled Awesome, is like you don't realize the kind of shit that's really out there.
we have been fed that these motherfuckers live in huts. But most people live in cities across the entirety of the planet. Yes, there are some hut-dwelling people, respect due to them. But most people just live in cities because you got to go get a job and eat. You know what I'm saying? It's just what it is. We've been lied to this whole time because colonization is some bullshit. We'll catch you next week. Peace.
Hey, what happened to you? You used to be beautiful.